What's going on, everybody? Matt here, coming to make another video for y'all. I recently had a good conversation about critical thinking, and so I was wanted to just share that with y'all, talk about a little bit about what it is and just ways that you can work on it, because I think that it will apply to your lives, and so I hope you enjoy. So the first thing I want to examine is just what it is, kind of give a brief introduction. At its most basic, critical thinking is just making sure that we have good reasons for our beliefs. And when I say good reasons, I don't mean that some reasons are right and some are wrong or anything like that. It's just good reasons are things that make it likely to be true. I think we all want to believe in things that are true. And so, having those good reasons will make it more likely that what we believe is true. Why is it important? Our lives are all made up of decisions that we make, and so the decisions that we end up making a lot of times are based in whatever belief system that we have, whatever things are that we think are important. And I don't know about y'all, but for me and for a lot of the people that I know, this belief system is strongly influenced by our parents, our family, the other people in our lives, and the environment that we grow up in. And so what critical thinking tells us is to question those beliefs, to not just accept them because we heard them or because we've always known them that way, but to question them. Is this really correct? Is this right? And why are the reasons that I believe this? So kind of how I want to look at this is that annoying kid or the annoying person who just keeps asking you why. We're gonna go out to lunch. Why? Because we need to eat. Why? Because humans are hungry and they need it to survive. Why? Because the cells need energy. Why? And it's annoying, but it really does get to the basis of the things that we do and why we do those things. And so I have 5 tips on how to work on our critical thinking for you, and I wanted to center them around some type of example. And so we are Teens Run DC, and so I just picked, should I pick up running as a hobby, new exercise, a regular activity in my life, and how do my views affect that? And so the first tip is just going to be to formulate our question. And so if the question is, am I going to see big results within a week? Am I going to be running in the DC Rock and Roll Marathon next week? Then it might not give us the clear answers that we're looking for, if that's what we're trying to get out of it. But if the question is looking for ways that's going to impact your life positively and negatively, and what I want to get out of that experience, it may help us to kind of see a little bit better how we go about making this decision based on our beliefs. Number 2 is going to be to gather information. And so this is talking to those people you know who run, maybe talking to those who hate to run, finding out how it affects the body, the mind, getting both the positives and the negatives of this side, right? People sometimes make plus minus charts and find out what are all the different things that could affect this decision. And this allows you to weigh different options and ultimately move closer to decisions and proven beliefs. And number 3 is apply the information. So how does the information that I gathered, how does it affect the question that I have? How does it change or support my decision? And then what other things are shaping my approach or how I handle this question? Do I have my own assumptions surrounding this, or do I, based off the evidence and what I know for certain, is it logical to believe one way or the other? Perhaps most of my experience about running is seeing how hard it is and seeing people who have fallen or people that don't like it or breathing hard, and I just think it's going to be a really hard thing. And do I come into this question already thinking that and not looking at the positive side as much, or vice versa? Do I only see people who have been running for a long time, and so I see the easy side of it and not what challenges might be there. So the fourth way we can use critical thinking to really benefit our lives is just to consider all implications. Consider anything like long-term that could happen down the road from the decisions we make. So this is a pretty short-term basic decision, but maybe there could be unintended consequences. And so maybe I take up running and I love it and it's great and it turns into a lifelong activity that brings me health and happiness and things like that. And so that is a great thing. On the flip side, maybe there could be some negative things. Maybe I overtrain, that can lead to some injuries, and so wanting to go about it the right way. Also, maybe I do it because a lot of my friends are doing it and I want to do things with them, but maybe I have a different passion, something I would rather do if I knew more about it. And so what other alternatives are there out there if I don't take up running? How else would I spend that time? Is that the best option, or would I rather get into art and drawing or acting and singing? Or there's so many different things. And so what are all the implications and how does that help me going forward? 5 is to explore different points of view. If we only are around people who think the same way as us, we may kind of get into a groove of just only thinking one way, and it's very important to be able to go see the other side of things as well. So if we're only around people who love to run, maybe it would be valuable for us to see the other side of it as well, and what other people think about it. I know this is a very basic example and something that's pretty easy. You can kind of try this out on your own and run a few times, run for a week or for a month and kind of see what you think. But hopefully it can apply to other future decisions as well, things and other arguments that you might have. So things dealing with religion or science or government or school or your future. Whatever it may be, these ways of thinking about things, examining it from all angles, and critiquing, asking questions can really be helpful to having logical beliefs, but also making good decisions for yourself. So that's all I have for y'all today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with another video for y'all next month. Bye.